And we are recording. Yes. It has been a while since we have done a review, guys. Um, so we might be a bit rusty. Just not gonna lie. Um, Taking a half-year break, kind of leads to that. Anyway, back to the review. The map. It was called Journey to Splash Mountain. It was taking place in Disneyland of all places, which is kind of awesome. First impressions, guys. What do you think? Do you have any?
Very Disney.
Very Disney.
Yes, very Disney.
All right. Very Disney it is. I thought, yeah, it was not too bad. It looked really well designed. There was a lot of custom things that worked, and I'm sure those are actually at the park. I've never been to Disneyland, and none of us, I don't think, have ever been there. I know Kyo's been at Disney World, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm only assuming that it was the exact park.
I've never been there, so I don't know jack shit.
Well, I've never been to California in general, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. It looked pretty close. There were some novelties. Seeing Walt Disney's apartment was interesting, and finding out that he has a sniper rifle hidden just for a zombie apocalypse. Very nice touch. Some of the rides having the music, well placed music, in fact, and to the creator, I hope you do more of these, but also be very careful for copyright. We don't, it's kind of a bad thing. Although I'm sure that this technically isn't a video game, therefore it's under fair use. I'm not entirely positive on that. This is, again, Disney. And so that, that's in and of itself. Other than that, not bad of a map. I don't know the amount, how long it really took us to get down, but it felt like about an hour. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's like about an hour 10 because we spent like 15. Didn't we spend like 15 minutes fucking around at the end?
Yeah. Plus, a lot of it was exploring, and the reason I wanted to explore more was I actually wanted to see how well in theme it went, and if there were extras to it. For instance, if you remember, if some of our fans may know, a map we did about over a year ago, and that was the Pirates of the Caribbean map, where it was just one part and it was like done in 10 minutes. That was one hell of a map to be done. And so I kind of went into this thinking, if that person who did that map did so well, it's possible that they could do the entire theme park, and essentially they have done that. So this one, not bad. A lot of nice touches. Get closely resembled, if not exactly resembled to certain parts of the theme park. Overall, not a bad effort. But that's my impression on it. I guess it's time to go down to our ratings. So 5 stars max, 1 star minimum. Number 1. We'll start with Dread, we'll go to Keo, and then myself will be last, like always. Number 1, number of infected in the campaign.
I thought it was
Dread.
Keo, then me, then you.
Doesn't really matter at the moment. It's going to be you, Dread, okay? What did you think about the number?
Common infected were okay. There wasn't that many, but then again, you spent a lot of your time exploring, and me and Keo were killing a bunch of the infected, so you didn't really have to deal with as many while you were exploring.
Well, it's not only that. I'll get to mine. Just go ahead.
I guess I'll kind of give it 3/4 because it was a little messed up towards the end.
All right. Kyo, what'd you think about it?
Yeah. It's good, but I'll give it 3/4 as well. It's It's what it is.
Okay. I'm gonna slightly say it's a half star. My reasoning is, well, I was exploring and hardly ever did I have to encounter a special infected, or really much common. If you've seen my stats in the playthrough, I had the lowest. Normally, I am at the highest, even when I do explore. I only killed over a little over 100 infected the entire way through, so I was a little disappointed. I understood you guys were taking a lot of them on. That's fine, and there was about the normal amount in the game. It just felt like it didn't feel the right amount to me. It felt like it was underwhelming at times. Given there was the ride, I understood that part being kind of underwhelming. You more or less want to appreciate what's going around you. But this one I was expecting a little bit more, I guess. So yeah, I'll give it a half a star because there were, and B, the ending. The ending got a little overwhelming, and that was kind of to balance itself out. But pretty much when I explored the first 3 parts of the map, it wasn't as good. So that's my reasoning. Moving on to the length of the campaign. Dread, did you think it was too long, too short, just the right amount? What? I actually looked at the time. It was a little over an hour 5.
I think it was okay. It
Okay.
would probably like another 3/4 because a little bit of the time at the end was because it didn't clearly say we had to siphon the gas.
All right.
So we were trying to find other gas cans when in actuality we were just supposed to siphon the gas from the other ones.
Yeah. Q.
Yeah. If I'll give it a 4 star for length.
All right. I'll give it a full as well. I'm not so much in the siphoning. That was our problem. It wasn't the game's. And yes, it did stack on another maybe 15 minutes to what we've already done. Other than if you took that 15 minutes off, it's still a 50-minute map. And that's right on the money. For a 5-parter especially. I have to say it was just the right amount on that one. And all the parts of the map were equally balanced. They weren't too long each. They were about the same each one. So, yeah. Moving on to difficulty fitting. Dread, what did you think about the difficulty of this map?
It was okay. It wasn't too overwhelming. I'll give it like a full star.
Alright. Kyo?
This one. I don't know. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, I'll get a full star.
Alright. Again, this... I would like to point out the infected thing. The exploration makes it... It's really open, exploration, so... It almost felt a little underwhelming to me, but at the same time... The ending kind of balanced that difficulty around, kind of slapped us in the face for it, so... There's that, but here's the thing. The ending was very hard to tell if we were siphoning. Again, that is a big problem. Maybe tell us more instead of what you did. So it would have been helped. Also, I didn't see a whole lot of a variety of weapons. That's just me. I would like to give it a full star.
Well, especially melee weapons.
Yeah, I'm going to give it 3/4. There just wasn't a whole variety. I mean, yes, there were the tier 2, there were the tier 1, and there were some melee weapons, but there was no variety. And especially for a map like this, I almost expected to see some customized weapons, if not something where, because I know certain maps have that, like Suicide Blitz. I understand maybe the creator couldn't do it. Suicide Blitz had a foam finger. I might have expected to see, I don't know, something with Mickey Mouse's hat using as it. I don't know. It's just something.
Well, actually, if you think about it, a chainsaw and a katana wouldn't really fit in here.
Oh, yeah, I know. And there could be skins for those, I'm saying. and I would have seen something that was more Disney oriented in terms of skins like that. I mean, hell, I would have been amazed to see Paul Bunyan's axe or as a replacement for the fire axe, because I know Disney made a cartoon that was Paul Bunyan. They just recreated it. I would have liked to see some of the other stuff that's more obscure to it, you know. Hell, it would have been something that put a variety to it, and you could have used some of those extra weapons in the process. It's just me. But, yeah, the variety of weapons was lackluster. You got a lot of health. Sometimes it was unneeded, because it did somewhat feel underwhelming, but, you know. I hardly... Well, this is me. I never found hardly any, like, pipe bombs or something, but I know you guys found them, so I'm not going to little discount that. So overall, it was fine. I'll give it 3
Well,
quarters.
actually, I didn't start finding pipe bombs and Molotovs till you started finding them.
Well, I found one, and then all of a sudden you found like a whole bunch. I haven't found any more afterwards, hardly until near the end. But again, I'm not going to really penalize the map for placement so much, because really it's spaced out pretty evenly considering. So yeah, 3 quarters. Okay, now I think we move on to probably the one where I think we're going to all agree on it. Design. Dread, what do you give design?
I give it -1 star. Nah, I kind of give it 1 star. I've never been to Disneyland, so I don't really know what the fuck anything looks like there. For all I know, there at the real Disneyland, there could be strippers all over the place, but whatever. This looks pretty good.
That's a horrifying image. Oh god. Thanks,
Seeing
Dread.
What, like a stripper giving Mickey Mouse a lap dance?
No, I was thinking a little bit the other kind of way, except it wasn't Mickey Mouse. I will not get onto it because I don't feel like anybody wants to fucking see that image in their mind ever. Anyway, Kyo, what'd you think about design?
I'll give it install.
I agree, it's a full star. I've never been to it, none of us have. But again, it looks like a theme park. It feels like Disneyland.
For all we know, there could have been like a guy at the gates that gives you free drugs or something.
Alright. Anyway, there's a lot of Disneyland oriented. The music was there. The major sites such as Splash Mountain was there. The Tiki place, I don't know what it's actually called. You know, and some of the mentions of Aladdin, of, well, Winnie the Pooh, and all these other Disney TV shows / movies / books, whatever they were, that Disney made and put out for publicity and production, it's all there.
And we had references to that one racist Disney movie.
Yes, we had references to that one day. Yes, okay, Dread, you got it. Overall, it's a full star. It's well within theme. There's no way of saying that it isn't within theme, and the only way you could say it's not within theme is if you threw South Park characters in the fucking movie thing. And even that is going far, considering that South Park made fun of Disney at one point, so...
It'd actually have been funny if at the end they put custom skins on the cars so they're all Disney themed.
See, that's what I would have expected to see, too. I would have loved to see some more customization to maybe have the spitter look like Daisy Duck. I would have loved to see the jockey look like Donald. I would have loved to see Goofy look like the Charger. You know, some of these could work out. But...
Or Walt Disney being a tank.
So that's what I would love to see. And Hunter being freaking Mickey, you know. There's also the fact that Minnie could be a possibility. That would be boomers right there, you know. There's potential here. But overall right now, you hit that theme. You hit it right on the mark, and that's it. But just some future references. If you want to really go with this idea, continue what you have, and then stack on it and make this the most glorious map you've ever made. Which brings us to the next thing. Dread, do you recommend this map? as it is right now?
I'd recommend it. I haven't really been to Disneyland, so
You okay, Dread?
kind of cut off for a sec.
Yes, we noticed. What was your rating?
I'd give it a 1 star. I'd recommend it. It wasn't that bad.
Okay.
I don't really know Disneyland, so.
All right. Kyo, would you recommend it?
Yeah.
All right. And I will too. It is a very good map. It's a very fun map. It could use some extra fixes. The finale is the one that really needs to be fixed with that siphoning. It wasn't pointed out to us until kind of last minute. That's a problem that maybe you should just kind of say, hey, you need to siphon this. This is how you're supposed to do it. You know, it would have helped. We were lost otherwise. So, other than that, maybe bump up more common coming in, or maybe even more specials, kind of balance out that empty feeling of the number of infected. Sometimes it was underwhelming. With that said, here is the ratings. Dread, you gave it 4.5. Keo, you gave it 4 3/4. And I gave it 4 1/4. So it's at least a 4-star map. That's not bad. The more customization and the more balancing, and this would be a 5-star, easily a 5-star. I would love to actually explore more of Splash Mountain because we stayed on the ride. I would love to see what was behind the scenes, if there was any more customized thing, some type of secret to it or something like that. It would be nice, but we went straight through it, and also, yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed our playthrough. I hope that you guys enjoyed the fact that we're back. Given Meta was not with us tonight, he decided to opt out. I think maybe it was just a bad time for him, but he's got his other things on his agenda. With that said, I have to do this part, and I gotta remember how he said it. Like, comment, and subscribe to our videos. We appreciate all the feedback we can get. If you want to personally PM us, go ahead. If you have any requests, please PM us. You can always go to the LordCat forums. We have Define Any Elements forum thread there. You can request some forums to us, some of these maps to us. If you want us to try your map, of course, provide us a link, and please keep it within our rulings of what maps we're looking for. We're not looking for any versus maps. We're mainly looking for co-op maps, and also make sure that they work. Just saying that myself. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. This is Night, and Keo and Dread saying we're back. See you later.